I have a feeling that the next 100 episodes are going to be a fucking game changer in so many positive ways. Welcome to the Mindset Mirror Connection podcast, the podcast where we debunk the eat less, move more, shrink more mentality and focus on what really matters, which includes your relationship with your body, food, self-worth, and the behaviors that align with all of those. I'm your host, Christina Hathaway, licensed therapist with specialized training in food and body obsession, certified personal trainer and nutrition coach. At the Mindset Mirror Connection podcast, we believe what you say in your mind, you see in the mirror. So let's have a conversation about that. Before we get into today's episode, I want to make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also, if you don't want to miss any content that's being dropped, make sure you hit that notification bell as well. I also want to know who are the people you want to hear from on this show and what topics would you like me to continue to cover. Thank you so much for your continued support. Now, let's get into the episode. What is up, guys? Welcome to the Mindset Mirror Connection podcast. I am so excited to have you here. If you're new to this podcast, I want you to listen to this 200th episode, exciting episode, because I am actually recording on the day of for the first time. Usually I record ahead of time because I have some updates for you guys. But let's just get into it, shall we? I want to talk about the last 100 episodes. Now, the biggest thing is in our 100th episode, we had Coach Amanda with us, right? And I've finally decided I'd talk a little bit about kind of what went down and how the separation happened. Obviously, I don't want to speak for her and I'm not going to speak for her, but I am just going to share kind of how it went down because I don't think I actually did that for you guys. So, it was my suggestion at the time because Amanda was feeling like she was being pulled. Well, initially I just kind of noticed like she was unable to like take on clients, and obviously just some things were happening and they were out of character for her. So I said, hey, want to talk, like you can't, we're not able to take on clients. Obviously we have the podcast. The podcast is complementary to the business. So I want to see if we need to reassess things. Right. And I was just thinking, rather than her be a fixture on the podcast, maybe she can come in and out. We'd have other guests on, like just something like that. Really just like, hey, let's brainstorm. Let's figure out a solution. And I think at that time, she was kind of feeling it. And she said in her own words, like, actually, I want to step away. She did think about it for some time. It wasn't right away. I just feel like I don't have the capacity to give, and so on and so forth. And during the transactions of this, I did ask her to come on and talk to you guys because I thought it was really important to have the conversation, because I think a lot of women, whether it's someone with a new baby or someone like myself with an ill parent, you can feel like you have to do all of the things, but it can make you feel terrible. Like you could feel incredibly overwhelmed. And I thought it would be such a wonderful conversation. I did ask her to come on and talk about that in an exit, like kind of email. And then as we actually had a conversation, and she declined, which is her right to do. But it really was scary. It was a scary transition for me because I was so worried that you guys are so used to having two people on. And I was worried about the podcast, and I had everything to lose, right? Because it's my brand. This is a part of my business. And I felt like we have this amazing group of listeners and this community. And I was just like, how are they going to handle it, right? How are they going to feel about me just popping on one day and being like, hey, it's just me, But like anything I do in my life, I land on my feet. I'm a fucking cat. And we just went with it. We went with it. And I, again, was so terrified. And then you fucking badass ladies were like, love the new format. This is great. I love the way it is, and you gave me this validation. Now, as someone who always talks about not looking for external validation, I needed that shit, and you provided it for me. And since then, not only have you, my OGs, my homies, my girlies, provided that validation, but our numbers are up. They're up, and the trajectory of how quickly they've gone up compared to beforehand has actually been really cool. So all of you who are new are amazing. I fucking love when you guys send me messages and you're like, hey, I'm new to the podcast. You said this. I can't tell you how much that resonated for me that day. Like, I don't need Xanax. I don't need any of that shit. I just need those messages because they are like It's like taking a upper. I have taken an upper. I've taken Adderall before. Wow. I love it, especially I love it when my OGs do it, of course. Like we're like besties at this point. But when it's someone new, like I had someone that I'm actually having a call with today. She was like, "Oh my God, aren't you Mindset Mirror Connection? I just found your podcast. I love what you say." I was like, "That's me." Like, it was amazing. So thank you guys for, I don't think you know how helpful you were through that transition. It was very scary because, we get comfortable, we expect certain things. And thank you to my business coach who was like, look, if Alex Cooper could do it and call her daddy and be as successful as she was, you can do it here. And I was like, good point. Because if you guys don't know, Alex Cooper actually had a co host from the start. And she did not want to accept Barstool's new contract. So she stepped away. And Alex Cooper is what she is, even though I have beef with her right now because I did not like that Huda interview, girl. But if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, we are going to make some changes. As you guys know, trigger warning, this is sad. My dad is very sick. He's had cancer since I've started this podcast and actually was diagnosed, I believe, when we were in the podcast. So he ended up in the hospital on Thursday. Today is Monday. You're getting this day of. And his cancer has spread to his liver, his stomach, and potentially his colon. He is currently right now in a biopsy for his liver. He has a scope on his colon because they want to see if it's metastasized, I believe is the word. So spread from the lung or if it's a new cancer. If it's a new cancer, not good. None of this is good. And so for that reason, I am going to move down to 2 episodes per week. If for some reason you just get one, just know it's a bad week. Okay. But I want to continue to bring you content. And you're probably thinking, well, Christina, this is a hard time. Like, why are you going to continue to do this? You guys have been such a light in darkness, and getting to sit in front of this microphone and talk to you directly or talk to someone else who's going to help you be the best version of yourself, whatever that may be, it has been better than like therapy. It gives me a lot of joy. It gives me, honestly, it helps me to turn it off in my head for a little bit. And I want to be such a good interviewer that I'm like locked into the person because I know I can improve on those interview skills. And I'm trying. And it makes me very happy. Plus, honestly, like it's just silly, but like even this room, like it's just me. It's just me in this room. And sometimes I just sit in here and I'm working, but it's like my sanctuary, like they call it a she shed. It is my she shed, but it just happens to be my podcast studio and office. And so we'll go down to 2 days. Now, I want to know from you guys, do you want Monday and Thursday or Monday and Saturday? We will put a poll. I think we can do a poll on most platforms. And I know we can do it, I believe, on Spotify and YouTube. So we're going to put a poll underneath this, and I'm going to put a poll on Instagram. So you let me know. And I'm not saying it's forever. It's just for now. The inevitable is inevitable. And I'm going to probably step away once that happens. But I will let you guys know I am working with my friends in the industry so that I have a step away plan, whether that's mainly for my clients, but also for this podcast. Now, speaking of that, thank you all. Thank you all for reaching out, for your love. I have clients who have looked at my father's medical records for me to help my family. Like, what? That's insane. I'm so fucking grateful for all of you. And whether it's the words, the love, the flexibility, right? The patience. Wow. Like you guys are amazing. And I'm just filled with gratitude. And who knew that, some of you would be a part of that like rock that I need through this. So Thank you very much. You know what drives my clients absolutely crazy is they're eating clean and doing all the workouts, but they don't see the weight budge. Their sleep is all over the place. Their hormones are through the roof, and they feel like they're going crazy.
Yeah, it's frustrating because 9 out of 10 times it's something hormone related that no one's looking at. It's perimenopause, menopause. Our biology internally has shifted, but no one's changing the strategy as far as approach.
What if perimenopause support included like therapeutic guidance, nutrition, exercise, and hormonal support all in one place?
Seriously, it would be great if you didn't have to track down like 10 different experts just to feel like yourself again.
That's why I created the Mindset of Menopause and have partnered with Dr. Jordan Trapp to create a comprehensive plan to your hormonal health.
Together, we are making medical insight meet emotional strategy. So your symptoms make sense, your plan actually works, and your power comes back online.
This isn't just support. This is your comeback season.
Click below for more information.
Moving on. So that's one change. Another change, as I've talked about, is Mindset Mirror Connection is just me. Now, I shouldn't say just me because we have Rebecca and we have Ira. Rebecca is our new social media marketing manager. I'm so excited to start with her. She totally gets us. So our content's going to change a little bit, and I'm very excited about it because I feel like before our content is like very salesy. But again, you guys, I want you to know I'm not a content specialist. I have other people help me with that, and I just do what they tell me to do. And sometimes I'm like, that doesn't sound like me. So she's going to really help with that. But big shout out to our girl Ira, who's been here from the beginning, editing, adding in the cool intros and doing all the things. Ira, I love you. I could not do this without you. Shout out to her. She really is my co-host. So thank you to Ira. Also, I have what I'm going to call her my not a predecessor, my intern, I guess. We'll call her my intern, Olivia, who is also a social worker and personal trainer and nutrition coach. And Olivia is going to be an apprentice. That's what I want, an apprentice. So you may, if you are working certain programs, work with Olivia. I'm really excited to have her because, again, she has higher education. She has her master's degree actually from USC. Like, what? So we're working together so she can help out a little bit and support some of the other projects that we have that I can't support solely. And so I'm really excited about that. So changes in regards to faces, but all positive things, all positive changes. And I'm really excited to see what comes up. Now, I am sliding into people's DMs for y'all. I am not even scared. What are they going to do? Just tell me no? Fine. Tell me no. Right? Because one day you'll be like, oh shit, I should have gone on that girl's podcast. She's so popular now. And now she doesn't want to talk to me. One of my favorite episodes or persons that I got on was Lauren Hale, which you guys just recently heard. I literally slid in her DMs on TikTok, and this girl's got like hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok. And she responded, and not only responded, but shared her time and education with us. Another that I'm working on is, well, there's a lot I've done actually, just people who I'm just obsessed with. And I'm like, hey, do you want to come on my podcast? Right. But I have an interview today with Dr. Ferris, who is a specialist in PCOS. She is amazing. I've been trying to get her on this podcast since it started. So basically 2 years. And I'm interviewing her today, you guys. So cool. I reached out to my homeboy, Adam Schaefer, to see if he would jump on and talk about like mindsets that people in business and coaching, like what gets in their way, and like as we call them in the business, the grenades that end up happening, like the quick decisions that kind of mess them up. So we'll see if he responds, Adam. But I want to tell you guys, like, if you know someone that you think would be helpful in talking to me, and you send them my way. I don't care if they're the president. Well, I do care if it's the president. But if it's a past president, I don't care if it's them. Actually, I don't even care if it's a current president because we just have a different conversation. I'm not afraid, right? I have some of my clients are like high profile motherfuckers. So let's do it. Like, if you know someone who's like, dude, she'd be so good on the podcast. He'd be so good. Send them my way. I will do the rest from there. So thank you guys. 200 episodes. I'm not going to do this every 100th episode. I'll do this again on our 1000th episode. But this is my first time of celebrating this. And I just, again, thank you for your flexibility. Thank you for allowing for the changes to be made. Thank you for your love, your kindness, your support, sharing this to other people, your reviews, the comments. The algorithm is really, I'm at it, I'm handcuffed by it. So every time you guys interact, it says, "Oh, what's this?" Right? And I am just really excited about the future and getting people on who are going to make a difference. And I love you guys so, so, so much. And yeah, here's to another 100 episodes. I have a feeling that the next 100 episodes are going to be a fucking game changer in so many positive ways. And, the business is really, I just feel really zoned in. And so for the business, we're going to continue with the one-to-one coaching, which is all focused on your relationship with your body and food, whether you are perimenopausal or not. That is our bread and butter. That's our flagship. But then also the cohorts for the mindset of menopause, and then our group coaching program as well. So there's a lot of options for you to work with me. I do have these specific structures so that I can work with more people at one time. And so I love you guys. And if you haven't already, make sure to give me a follow or subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you are like, "Oh shoot, I keep thinking I need to review that podcast," review me, please. I want to get over 100 reviews, 100 5-star reviews. So if you just want to go on and take 10 seconds and just hit that 5 stars on Spotify, if you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, like this episode, like every episode, right? On Apple Podcasts, hit that 5 stars, write a little something, right? Because then that shows up to other people. So love you guys. Thank you so much. And as I said to you, 200, this will be my 200th time saying this to you. I'm going to leave you with this. Don't forget that what you say in your mind, you see in the mirror. Bye-bye.